We're going to continue with our third of the mini SQL basics lesson. We're going to cover today views and stored procedures. We can think of view as a partial of a whole. Like if you look at it in one direction, you only see that view. You don't see what's behind you or on the right of you or the left of you. So we initially have this customer table, and this table has 5 columns. What if we want to hide few columns from the users? Like let's just say we wanted to show full name, state, city. Then you could just manually type it and execute this query. So why do we need to create views? If we never want users to see the customer tables or to mess around with its columns, and we want to give them this table but with limited data, I would create a view. Make sure you don't put a database name. It doesn't like it, it's not accepted. Create view, name of the view, put it as, that's it, and it's done. Execute it and it's done. And we call it customer underscore public. So we'll run it how? Exactly like a table. Select star from customer public, just like select star from customer. So it is treated like a table. So customer doesn't know, people will not know that if it's a view or a table unless they are told. So we could run it side by side. You'll see the original customer table has 5 columns and the ones below it has 3. The view has 3 columns. So we'll go back to the next one, altering view. How, if we, altering view is basically editing the view, modifying the view. Simply going to replace the create with alter. If we run it, it should be okay, and it is okay. So it just ran the same thing again. Right now, let's edit the city, comment out the city and add phone. If we execute that, it will work. Now see that customer public doesn't have city, it now has phone. So that's altering of a view. It's just modification of a view. We just added a column and removed an existing one. Next topic is stored procedures. This may seem initially very difficult and scary to some beginner coders, but do not be alarmed. It is very simple, the basic concepts of it. We have a set of existing query. If we run this 100 times, it will produce the same data. So why run it 100 times? Which we have 3 lines here, we could have like 100 lines of code. To save all that space, we have a single line of code. We just put create procedure as begin in front of that or on top of that existing set of codes that do not change or usually do not change. We give it a name. If we put a database name, it doesn't like it. Make sure you do not put database name as a qualifier prefix. We get rid of that. Try to run it, parse it. Something's missing. We have to put end. That's just the syntax of a stored procedure. We'll parse it, it'll work, execute, done. That's it. Now, instead of that 3 lines of code, if we go to our programmability, see our stored procedure once we refresh it. And there we have our stored prog, customer underscore CA. So if we run this, how would we run it? Simply write execute, the name of the procedure, and highlight it or run it, it'll work. I'll just run that 3 lines of code. Customer or users never see the code. Could put exec, I'll do the exact same thing. Or better yet, for the laziest developers, don't put anything at all. It will still work. What if you were to put select star, just like a table? What would happen? Nothing. This is not a table. This is not a view. So make sure you have to always put exec. It's easy to read. And the last topic is altering. How would we edit or modify an existing stored procedure? Very similar to altering an existing view, like on top I showed. So we'll copy that code, simply replace create with alter, and if we want to, instead of getting every single columns for customer tables, we want to get, like, let's say a few columns, full name, state, city, phone, whatever. So we'll edit as needed, get rid of phone, add city, and now we'll highlight our code, execute it. Something missing the from or near the from, city, there's a comma. So it's a good thing about SQL is all the errors, if you double click on the errors, it shows you, or it takes you next to the place of that error, so you can find it easily. And it will execute it again, it works. So now if we run it, we'll see that 3 columns that are showing up. Phone is gone. And this is the end of the lesson. Thanks for watching.